the word. Hip, hand, lip, hop. We'll be jumping from the iron bird. Hip, hand, lip, hop. Stand up, look up, shuffle to the door. Hip, hand, lip, hop. Jump right out and count to 4. Hip, hand, lip, hop. If I die on the old drop zone, hip, hand, lip, hop. Bugs me up and cart me home. Hip, hand, lip, hop. Hip, hand, lip, hop. Hip, hand, lip, hop.
Here's to you, black soldier, fighting in Vietnam, helping your oppressor oppress another man. Here's to you who volunteer your precious lives to give, while we here in the ghetto are struggling to live. Here's to you who gun in hand another's land to throne, while National Guardsmen terrorize the ones you've left at home. We hope and pray that you have been spared when casualties are high. We demonstrate for your return and we mourn you when you die. We've watched you grow up from a child. We know your strength and might. It is no news for us to hear how gallantly you fight. It is a sin for you to be upon some foreign shores when you are needed right here at home, protecting what is yours. To know the use of weaponry, I must admit, that's good. There is an occupation force in our neighborhood. They call themselves peace officers and law enforcement groups. But from the acts that they commit, we know that they are troops. The government is cracking down with their oppressive hand. They have the dream of stamping out resistance in the land. But our determination grows and widens with the days. We'll fight them from the rooftops and from the alleyways. We'll fall upon them in the night and we'll put them to the blade. We'll free the prisoners from their jails and calculated raids. Just one desire burns in our hearts, our bonds and chains to bust. We only wish that with your skills, that you were here with us. Here's to you, black soldier, in some far-off distant land. Sometimes the question does arise, on which side do you stand? They called it a riot in Newark, when the people arose as one. In Detroit and Boston and Cleveland and Watts, they fought back with firebombs and guns. What's the matter with these niggas, they said? They seem to be going wild. All of this fuss over one incident, a policeman killing a child. And while they're burning and looting the stores, the merchant has been their friend. Well, maybe he cheated for a few cents every now and then. And what about the tenements? They're burning down in the slums. Some dog they call a slumlord is losing his income. What a scare they received when the brother said, no, let's not burn the ghettos down. We'll break up in groups and firebomb and loot on the opposite side of town. So then they called in their army, machine guns and tanks, and ordered them to attack. The people arose together as one and used what they had to fight back. And now that has happened, the question arises, why are the few in fuss? If they look over their past and examine their deeds, they'll know what's the matter with us. When will the promises be fulfilled that they've made to us over the years? Where's the pay we have not received for our blood and sweat and tears? Where's the employment that we need? The decent salary? The welfare payments will not do to feed a family. They say conditions are this way because we don't have skills. But instead they offer us extermination pills. So we sound a warning. They better change their tune. They don't have long to make things right. They better do something soon. Their law enforcement will not work. Whatever they conspire will only serve to make us strong. We will fight fire with fire. No, that was not a riot that they saw down in the slums. That was was a dress rehearsal for things that's yet to come.